Being funny, I do a lot of abandoned places, but there's something about this one. Definitely makes me feel as if I'm not alone in here. What?
In today's Urbandoned video, we enter a forgotten abandoned private hospital in Portugal, left with absolutely everything still inside. Join us as we discover one of the most untouched places we have ever seen.
Alistair,
What?
have you heard that 85% of people are not subscribed?
You're joking? They need to hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell to never miss a video.
Alright, it's just me today. Inside a very small, old hospital. I'm quite underprepared because all I have is my phone and flashlight. But we'll see what this building contains. As far as I'm aware, it's going to be very, very good. I'm already seeing calendars from 1988. And furnishings still here. Old hospital beds. So yeah, I'm very excited about this one. Continuing down this gloomy corridor. There's more furniture just left in here. The colour scheme is very hospital. It's just a kitchen, I think. Yeah. But again, so much left. And there, above the furnace, stuff has come crashing down on top of the hob. Really shows how long this place has been abandoned. The fuck was that on the floor? Squeeze round. Two big fridges here. Into like a strange little dining room setup. Look at this vintage TV. Super colour. You don't see them like that anymore, that's for sure.
In the heart of a small Portuguese town, this fascinating property resides. There isn't much history available online, but from the structure's size we would presume it was a private hospital. It looks to have been abandoned for a couple decades, yet, as I was finding out, very little has changed.
Secretaria, wow. Holy shit. This is pretty fucking cool. Everything is left. It's in a different language, but it doesn't take one to see that says therapy 1966 and there's a gynecology book on top. Look at this little typewriter setup. And I feel like the fact that the window is just given way there, I don't even think by any vandals, just shows you that this place has just been forgotten. All these folders. Must have been like a small doctor's, and this was, I would imagine, the main doctor's private study.
After only spending a short duration inside the premises, I was already coming across time capsule-like scenes before me. It seemed totally different to anything back home, where it would be highly unlikely that a building so exposed to the elements and locals would have remained in this condition.
There's really old medicines all in this cupboard. Some of them are unopened. corridor keeps going down here and it opens up. And there's some natural light coming down from what I imagine is the only staircase in here. We'll go up there in a little bit. What more could this place have to offer? Toilets. Holy shit. Oh my god. What the fuck? It feels like I've just walked into the 1960s. Wow, this is pretty incredible. Complete bed setup and all of the equipment is really, really dated. That thing bedside says Higher Piccolo Aero Soldierat. I'm not sure what it was, but clearly had medicinal purposes. And look at this. Short wave diaphragm. It just looks so old. You can go in so many modern hospitals where they have all the equipment, but this is something else. It literally says time switch as if it's a time machine. I feel like I've just used a time machine walking through these doors. Look how high the doors are. The paintings are still up in this corridor. Ryo X. Oh, there's a really old X-ray machine. Wow. And these are all the files with the completed scans, yeah. Holy shit. And look at this, I don't even know what that is, to be honest. It just looks like a torture device. The bed is sinking into the ground. What the fuck is in here? Oh my god. What? Okay, I'm actually quite blown away. To be completely honest. Every single room has equipment like this in. I've never seen anything like this. Wow. This just shows the difference in medical treatment from then and now. You would not see anything like this. Look how tall this room is as well. So foreboding to be led into this before surgery. And then to come face with that, I know that I would be petrified. How? Oh, I don't know what to say. The feeling of being in this very room and the church bells start going. It's like something out of a horror movie. I had to come back into the X-ray room. Just take a closer look at this because I really don't want to skip past anything in here. It is incredibly old. Easily the oldest one I've ever seen, and the design is quite puzzling me. And I was having a close look at these scans, or what I thought were scans. I only have a free hand, but it's all going to have to be blurred anyway. It's just a bunch of old medical documents. information about patients, dates. This is from 1995, various consultations that happened over the course of this place's activity, all just left perfectly intact. There's a waiting room with wooden seating. Looks clearly set up there, but still. There's where reception would have been. A little check-in window. You can see me holding my phone here. How embarrassing. But yeah, I think by now you can see why this place just had to be filmed. Church bells are going crazy. Holy shit. There's another one in here. Really old. Medical bed. Again with the handholds, and this one's even got clear areas where the leg would go, and look at that sink around the pelvic area. God help the people that unfortunately had to lie in this. Yeah, really weird. Wonder why there was a small desk there with a chair in the operating room. I don't know if that was where it originally was. This place is unbelievable. The green tiling in this room is lovely as well. Again, another example of dated medical hospital design.
Coming across these operating rooms was very special. We would deem the equipment to date back between the late 1800s and 1930s, making the entire building as vintage as it gets.
Some really cool bits on the table with the desk. Two of these boxes containing oscillotonometers. Another thing that I'm going to have to Google when researching this place back home.
Again from the 30s, German physician Recklinghausen's oscillotonometer would take blood pressure through vibrations in the arteries.
And there you go. On the door to this room, clinical Gerald. And I wonder if there's multiple doctors. Wonder where he is now and what happened. Okay, heading upstairs. Can it top what we've seen already? There's somehow minimalistic decay and hardly any chipping paint up here. I feel like because the shutters are drawn. It's quite bonkers really when you can clearly see the age of this place. There's more waiting furniture in the corridor and paintings. On comes the phone light. I wonder if these are just going to be small surgical rooms. Yeah, more bedrooms. The old lights fixture still in place. There's a linen cupboard. And another one. This is extremely freaky when you're alone, I'm not gonna lie. It's always weird when it's not just the bed frame and the bedding is still on. Switch is up here. We've got an old trolley. And what looks like another X-ray machine, but a smaller one, more portable. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm blown away. This is by far the best surgical room yet. I mean, look at this chair. It looks horrifying with that metallic front as well. And the operating lights, one of them permanent, one of them on wheels. Good grief. I've never seen surgical rooms like this with so much left. Look at the gas canisters on there. And that chair there with the straps on it. Fucking hell.
Aside from being the highlight of this particular hospital, this surgical theatre was one of the most impressive medical abandonments we'd seen in years. Like the entire facility, it seemed nothing owned was past the 1940s, with the marble-tiled room featuring a metallic table completely intact with accompanying trays, 2 retro operating lights, an oxygen tank, and a whole assortment of other museum-worthy details remaining.
Focusing so much on the chair that I barely looked at the rest of the room. Got all the utensils in there, the scissors, the needles. It's really quite something. I think this is a stethoscope kit, but a really old one. Everything about this room is absolutely pristine in terms of dated medical architecture. This glass cabinet dug out into the wall, which is marble, I'm pretty sure. And in the corner, tucked away here, is some more really old devices. Which will be fine enough in any other building, but in here they just get glossed over. And up to the window, not even acknowledging the vines creating such a cool effect on the tinted glass. All of these old medicine boxes, plasters, antiseptic cream, and again even more utensils on what I can only describe as a relic of medicinal furniture. Look at that little drop-down tray there. And the cotton buds. This piece of kit, relative dosage indicator. Every single button on here relates to surgery. I think to do with bones. That model name looks really dated. I believe it says butcher.
We can't find the exact model of Bircher machine, but it sounds like it was utilised for electrosurgery, which may make sense with the strap-bearing chair beside it.
These would be replaced with autoclaves nowadays. Massive O2 canisters. This is just like a room where only doctors and nurses would be allowed. Little marble sinks. And things could be passed through to the operating room without causing too much of a disturbance. And this is an autoclave. A 60s one. It probably replaced the sinks around that time. Now it also is obviously outdated. The paintings hung up on the walls. I wonder if these were done by patients. Look at this room. It's got a cot in it. I wonder if this would have been set up as a room where a mother could stay with her baby. That's the first cot I've seen. Final few rooms now. Wow. It's another really, really nice one. This time the clamps were attached to the bed. We've got a small bedside table here with a few utensils on. This medical cabinet's really cool too. I'm honestly lost for words at this place.
The medicine cabinet was stocked to the brim with old-fashioned treatments, still remarkably intact despite the likely 20-year abandonment, judging by the outdated equipment throughout the building. We do want to know your thoughts and knowledge about the structure. When do you think it closed and why? In this room, this vintage machine stood out to me. Researching now, it seems that it was a very, very old electrical suction device that could extract fluids from a patient, although once again, this model doesn't seem to exist online.
Just another two-man bed there. Again with the beautiful tiles. And yeah, another. Just ending it. Just how this place has stayed consistently for the entire exploration. With the beds made, the old medicinal furniture still intact, and hardly any decay. But looking at the fraying of those beds at the side, a feeling that this has stayed like this for absolutely ages. And if it hadn't been found, it would have stayed like this for absolutely ages more. Honestly, what a place. One of the more gripping explores I've done, especially in the past few years.
The small private hospital was a one-of-a-kind exploration, containing more retro furniture and medical equipment than any similar structure we have seen during our urban exploring careers. With little history now or then, considering the physical state of the premises and a strong sense in the community to protect this special place, it is likely that the site won't change much over the next few years, maybe over the next decade. It will be left as a medical museum, housing items that a real museum could only dream of showcasing. Here are some of our photographs captured at the abandoned hospital. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images from our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed a really remarkable property. We are moving away from Portugal now, with some surprises coming up, but there will be many more videos from the country in the near future. See you next time.